all. I see I have 2 people watching right now. So tonight I wanted to show you the first frost. I'll start with the paper. This is just amazing. Amazing. And this is, they call it the Frosted Floral Specialty Designer Series paper. But let's see, can you see the shimmer on there? It's like the shimmery white paper. It's got that beautiful, beautiful shimmer. So this is the front and the, oh, I guess I have them mixed up. So this is the front. Oh, because I cut one of them. And the back of that one. And then there's, this is the brown. And I did use part of this also. So that's the other side of that one. Now this should be better, front and back. Let's see. Yeah. Okay, so this is the front of the paper, and both sides are pretty. And then this one. You gotta love this one, right? They just look so pretty together. And then that. And the shimmer. I can't say enough about it. It's just beautiful. Okay, let's set this aside. I'll give you the, oh, here's where the other couple were. Frosted Floral, let's see, Blackberry Bliss, Blushing Bride, Gray Granite, Merry Merlot, Mint Macaron, Mossy Meadow, Night of Navy, Pear Pizzazz, Pineapple Punch, Powder Pink, Soft Sea Foam, Soft Suede, and Tranquil Tide. So beautiful colors that go with it. All right, I'll set this off to the side. The Framelits. Now these are fun because you can put these through the machine together and make a frame. You can also do them separate, which I did for the card tonight. So they would come out like this. I'm also doing with this one, with the card tonight, a stencil on a scrap that was sitting by my machine. But the flowers, these small flowers, if you stamp them, there's 2 of these. So it goes faster when you're cutting them out. The same thing with these flowers. So you can do it kind of double time. And that's always fun. Okay, so I'm going to set these aside. And we'll get stamping. I did do a couple other, I'll show you first. If you remember when I did my 3x3s, so I quickly did a couple 3x3 quick cards. And then I also did this one, which was using a lot of this die. So just cuts out all these. I did some in vellum and some in gold, and then did the layering that way. So another kind of quick. All right, so I'm going to set these all aside. Let's see, I got BJ is here, Judy. Hi, Shannon. Linda, Deborah, Jan. It's good to see everybody. Okay, so the card I'm doing tonight is this one. So I'm going to start out, I'm using markers on that. And this is a 5 by 3 3/4 piece of cardstock. And I think it might be the wrong one. It'll work. It's the right size. It's just a thicker piece. Okay. So with the markers, I'm just going to go and... Oh, that goes on a scrap. Okay. I got this. I'm just going to do it because I pre-cut it, so I'm going to do it on the back of that. So we're just coloring the leaves with the side of the marker. See, every time I think I'm organized, I'm not. So that's the stem, and then I'm using the Blackberry Bliss. And it's pretty quick to do this. Just cover all those flowers. Okay, then you're going to do a little huff and stamp it. And you end up with that. So then if you take it to the machine, bye-bye. Take it to the machine and put it on like that, you come out with this. Let me put that back. I know I'll be looking for it later. Okay, so with this piece, I took that and I used Lemon Lime Twist because it was just a little bit lighter. And you're just going to sponge, and you can use the dauber if you wanted to. I just have my sponges handy more than that. You just want to be careful right there that you don't lift it up. But you're covering a lot of it anyway, so it wouldn't matter either way. So I kind of like dab it and then rub it. And don't worry about going over the other one. Okay, so then you have those pretty sponged flowers on there. Then I pre-cut out one in Granny Apple Green and the other one is in Mossy Meadow. And you just kind of, you know, lay them where you want. Let me get rid of this. And then I just glued those down. My glue never cooperates on camera. Okay, so we've got the one. And then, so I don't wait until the very end to do this part. The fun of having a lot of sets is to be able to borrow things out of them. So, to me, some of the texture sets, they're not a stamp set, they're a tool. So I pull them for different backgrounds, for different things all the time. So I pulled this one, the dots, and it's definitely a tool. You can't even call it a separate stamp set. So I used the Blackberry Bliss, and I only inked up the very ends of it. And then at an angle so that you're not, if I were to just stamp it, you're going to get blotches, and I just want dots. So I'm kind of going at an angle. And it kind of, instead of, you know, taking a marker and, you know, trying to get some splats or a paintbrush, this is just, and I just got some on the, I was much neater on my sample. So there's my splotches. And that kind of makes it easier for after. And then I borrowed from another set. Which set did this come from? Happiest of Birthdays to You came from Picture Perfect Birthday. So we'll just get that ready, and then I can really put this part away. And I cut a couple extra, just in case, because it just kind of fits. And it looks weird. Okay, let's see. I'm glad I cut extra. Okay, let's do it again. Upside down. Better. All right, so it's inky, so I'm just going to set it aside for a minute. Oh, I want to show you something else too. With the cleaning pad, I took Velcro and put it here and there. So instead of it having to be like totally open, so I just stick it together and then I've got it. Takes up a little less room. And sometimes I hit the plastic and it goes flying. Okay, so that's dry. Let's get this mounted and get it ready. Am I too far over? No, I'm still in the camera. So that's ready to go. I'll put a few dimensionals on it, and then we get to do the gluing. Okay. Okay, so then what I did was laid out a couple of these that I cut out in vellum. And said, all right, I think that's where I want them. This is going to go in the middle. Okay. So then it just takes a few drops of the glue. You can put another dab towards the bottom, but you don't have to put it on every dot. And you probably could put it like to one leaf and then the other leaf before you even put them down and put them down together. But you do have to hold it a second. And there is a right and a wrong side to these. There's like a little bit of a curve. All right, I'm going to try something. Go. It works. Okay. And I didn't score that, so let me pull this out. So that gets scored at 4 1/4. And I find a big difference with scoring. I used to just have, you know, all my customers just fold it and then use the bone folder or their finger, but I find a big difference in scoring it. Okay, so then you want to make sure you're like going the right way. And this piece is 3 by, I cut a little bit off of it, so it's almost the size. It's just like an 1/8 off. And we put this down. And then sometimes the glue is easier to use because you can move it around, make sure. Darn, I just like put that down. Kind of perfect. All right, and this one is going to end up getting dimensionals on it. So we're going to take this, and I only put dimensionals on the very top of this one, just on the 3 flowers. The rest of it is going to get a little glue. Oh. Let that go up a little higher. And then this piece can get put down. I should try that trick again. And then that gets put down. And then the rest of the dimensionals, which are over there. So really, it's a pretty quick card. You know, it's just going over to the machine and cutting out what you want to do. Let's try it again. I'll make a fool of myself again. Okay, last time it was straight down, ooh, and flick. I don't think that one went. Either did that one. Oh, towards me. Liar. I'm gonna get it one of these days. It's so annoying, but it's so cool. Okay, I think I got them. And then put this down. And voila, a card. And I guess I could do the inside too, but I didn't. So that's my card. You know what I want to do though? Let's see if it's right here, or if it's still packed away from Friday night. Yeah, probably. Oh, here's some. This would be pretty. I didn't do it on the sample, but I'm going to do it on this. And it kind of, oh, it loosens up the, like your watercoloring. Oh, I like it. So not only are we getting sparkle, we're watercoloring. Okay, now I got to do it to the other one because I really like it. Do you see that happening? So now it's starting to look like the specialty paper. Oh, I like it. Okay, so that was my cards for tonight. And I will bring back in the other couple if I can find them, because I throw everything all over. And that's it. I hope you enjoyed. You can always go to my website if you want to order anything. Email me for more specific directions if you need them. And let's see, today is Sunday, so I'll see you all on Wednesday. Thanks for joining me. Good night.